Bangalore Days is a 2014 Indian Malayalam comedy-drama film written and directed by Anjali Menon, and produced by Anwar, Rasheed and Sophia under the banner Anwar Rasheed Entertainment and Weekend Blockbusters. The film features an ensemble cast consisting of Dulquer Salmaan, Nivin Pauly, Fahadh Faasil, Nazriya Nazim, Parvathy Menon, Isha, Talwar and Nithya Menen. The story is about three cousins who cross over from Kerala to Bangalore. The film received positive reviews from critics and was declared a blockbuster, collecting 10 crore in its first week. Bangalore Days is the first Malayalam film to be released in more than 200 screens across India with English subtitles. The remake rights of the film, for all Indian languages, was jointly acquired by Raju and PVP Cinemas. Plot: the film's story revolves around three cousins Arjun, Kutan and Divya, who share a close bond since their childhood. Kutan is a software engineer who is depressed at being away from home and family, while Arjun is a bike mechanic who lives his life on his own terms. Divya is married to workaholic corporate executive Das. All three of them move from Kerala to Bangalore for various reasons. Divya feels emotionally alone as her husband Das continues to ignore her. Her only solace is the time she gets to spend with her cousins Arjun and Kutan. She finds out that Das had an intense love affair with another girl, Natasha. Due to pressure from family and relatives, she comes back to Kerala and applies for a divorce. Kutan falls in love with an air hostess called Meenakshi on the Bangalore to Kochi flight. They date each other and Kutan changes from a reserved and shy person to a trendy youth to impress her. But his feelings are shattered when her ex-boyfriend arrives at her flat and he decides to break off the relationship with Meenakshi. Arjun joins a biker gang called Storm Riders as a mechanic. He had wanted to be a racer, but due to a foul incident, he is serving a 1-year ban from racing. He falls for radio jockey Sarah, but when he finally meets her in person, he finds that she is a paraplegic. He starts to have feelings for her but is shocked when he learns that Sarah is going to leave to Australia on a university scholarship. Arjun learns that Das was an ex-bike racer and a leader of Storm Riders. Das had given up on racing after he was involved in an accident that killed his love Natasha. Divya decides to return to Bangalore when she hears about Das' past, and decides to take up her MBA. She gradually wins Das over by patience and arranges for him to meet Natasha's parents. After the meeting, Das is able to let go of the past. He starts to display affection for Divya and they get their marital life back on track. Arjun gets a chance to race on the same day that Sarah has to leave for Australia. Divya, Das and Kutan cheer for him and he wins the race. After the race, Arjun realizes that Sarah is an important part of his life and asks her not to go. Sarah forgoes her Australia scholarship to stay with Arjun in Bangalore. In the epilogue, Kutan gets married to a foreigner called Michelle who has embraced Malayali culture. The film ends with Arjun, Divya and Das breaking into their room and all of them posing for a selfie. Cast: Dulquer Salmaan as Arjun, also known as Arjun, Fahadh Faasil as Shivadas, also known as Shiva and Das, Nivin Pauly as Krishnan PP, also known as Kutan, Nazriya Nazim as Divya Prakash, also known as Kunju, became Divya Das, Parvathy Menon as Ajay Sarah, Isha Talwar as Meenakshi, Nithya Menen as Natasha Francis, Menen Raju as Prakash, Divya's father, Praviena as Divya's mother, Vijayaraghavan as Kutan's father, Kalpana as Kutan's mother, Prathap as Francis, Natasha's father, Vinaprasad as Natasha's mother, Rekha as Sarah's mother, Sajid as Sami, Sajoy Varghese as coach. Production: filming of Bangalore Days started in December 2013. The film was produced by Anwar, Rasheed and Sophia. Gopi Sundar composed the music of the film, while cinematography was handled by Samir Thahir. The movie was shot in Kochi, Bangalore, Pondicherry, Chennai and Hyderabad, at a budget of 8.5 crore. The first-look trailer of the film was released online on May 7, 2014, followed by a subtitled version on May 12. Release: the film was originally scheduled to release on May 9, 2014, but was rescheduled due to delays in production. A film released on May 30, 2014 in 205 theaters, making it one of the biggest release for a Malayalam film, simultaneously all over India. The film released in UAE on July 3, 2014. Reception. Critical reception. Bangalore Days received positive reviews from critics, with praise towards the direction, performances, music and cinematography. Vian of NowRunning.com stated that Bangalore Days is a buoyant examination of love, the basest of all human emotions and the bonds and bondages that it leaves in its wake. Pungently played out in the metro city of Bangalore, it's a stunning reminder of a spectacular marvel that unravels before us every day, a marvel called life. Sophia's reviewer gave the verdict as good, and said, Bangalore Days is a young, vibrant film that is colourful and peppy. Krishna Nunniyu of One India rated the film 4 on a scale of 5 and described it as a perfect youth entertainer. Times of India said Bangalore Days might not be charming as a whole, still Anjali shows intent in knitting together family bonds in purely comic vein, throwing up characters like a wife and husband who just drift apart from each other out of love for independent life. This is a film that talks cheerfully about love and hope, and rated the film 3.5 on a scale of 5. Paresh C. Palicha of Rediff said the first feature film Anjali Menon directed was Manjadikuru, where children get a perplexed view of the adult world. Bangalore Days can be seen as an extension of that, where those children are grown up but still want to hold on to their childhood. He gave the film 3 out of 5 stars. Box office. Bangalore Days had a huge opening at the box office, collecting 10 crore in its first week, beating the previous record of Drishyam. The film was declared a blockbuster at the end of its first week. The film also did very well at UK, collecting £91,589 in 17 days. Music. The soundtrack features 5 songs composed by Gopi Sundar. Track list. References. External links. Bangalore Days at the Internet Movie Database. Interview with Anjali Menon from The Hindu.